So today I'm back with another foundation review, and I'm kind of sticking on the whole Bourjois drugstore brand just because they have a lot of foundations, and I think that they are a very great brand that does face base for affordable price. And I recently went by Sasa, which is like one of our hybrid stores that sell like both high-end international products as well as drugstore products. So I picked up one of their newer releases. I saw this pot of foundation. It's called Nude Sensation 43 Nude Golden Nude. So this is it. And also their Radiance Reveal. There are some French words, but it's just a concealer. It corrects, illuminates, and it provides 24-hour hydration. It looks like that, very sleek. So yeah, we're just gonna try these two products out. But at the same time, I'm just going to say that I have no idea how this foundation performs. And yeah, so this being one of those holy grail foundations that I'll recommend, I'm not too sure, but stay tuned for my rundown on all things their foundation. I will be doing a few more reviews on their newer releases, and when I get to the end of that, I will summarize everything into a guide to Bourjois foundation. So stay tuned for that, and don't forget to subscribe as well. So yeah, let's just get started with this. So I'm just going to apply this No Problem primer from Touch in Sol on this side of my face, just to see how well it lasts with primer. So as you can see on my face, excuse that sound behind because that's just passing planes, and our National Day is coming up, so they're doing like their rounds. So anyways, on this side you can see I have a few acne spots, and on this side a little more severe, bigger cystic acne and other prior scarring. So yeah, you can see how well that covers up. I'm thinking this is going to be a little dark for me, a little orangey. Anyways, what I wanted to mention was that the consistency of this is like whipped cream. For me, in my experience, the only other time I've seen this type of a foundation is with the Revlon whipped foundation. I was meaning to do a review on that, but every time I tried to make it work, and you know, basically I just really didn't like it. The shade didn't match me. I mean, it did match me, but it had a very ashy undertone, and I had no idea why, so I just dropped that. But yeah, this reminds me of that as well. With this much, I'm just going to dab it on the primed area. So this is how it looks with one light layer. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Yeah, so basically I'm not too sure how I feel about it, just because every time I blend it away, it looks as though it just blended away into nothing. So I'm not really sure what it's supposed to do. Is really weird. When I felt it in my fingers, it actually felt quite velvet, not too creamy and liquidy. Yeah, maybe it got eaten up by the brush, but I'm gonna just try to put on a little more to see if there's coverage at all. Okay, so at the moment it's a little tacky, but I think it's gonna set to like a velvet, or you know, like a slightly drier version of a satin foundation. But yeah, you can see it looks really perfected, and I think it gives about a light to medium coverage. I still have like a few larger blemishes peeking through, and I do get the whole branding of the nude illusion. It's just really like skin, and it left me wondering whether, you know, anything was really done. Yeah, which is kind of strange, but yeah, we have to see how this performs. Okay, I am really impressed. I mean, on this side it didn't seem to do much just because like the closer up I looked with my handheld mirror, I'm just like, doesn't look like my regular foundation, if that makes sense. But when I look at it, it just makes me feel like I'm applying some sort of, I wouldn't say silicone, but it just has a very weird slippy feeling in my fingers, like very velvety, almost like it's not going to be liquid that sticks onto the skin. But as I blend it away, it gives a little more of a tacky finish, but it doesn't look like that on camera. As you can see, I have zero shine whatsoever, so it's just like, what kind of finish is this? So yeah, I'm just gonna bring you in closer so you can see. And yeah, pretty much that is the desired coverage that I would apply about of this foundation. But one thing I have to note right off the bat is that I used a lot of product. Like, I kept scooping back into the pot for quite a bit, and I don't think that's very economical, if that makes sense. It's quite a pricey pot, and I used a lot in one sitting. So that's how the foundation looks at the moment. I'm just going to move on to the concealer. The Radiance Reveal Concealer, correct? Illuminates 24-hour hydration. Okay, this is very liquidy. It's actual liquid and not some sort of hybrid between like some weird chemicals, but yeah. This beige shade has a little bit of a peachy swing, but it might translate as a bit orange to some people, but on my skin tone it's peach. Yep, and we can just head out the door.
Yep, and we can just head out the door.
Yep, and we can just head out the door.
Kidding! I'm going to use the kabuki brush to just dab it in first. Yep, so as you can see, my dark circles have been neutralized. I think significantly brightened as well. I'm going to try a little bit of spot concealing. Okay, so it doesn't do very well for spot concealing. It's actually quite a light consistency, so I think it works best under the eyes, and you do have to set it just because it's a dewy kind of finish. I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll get back to you on my first impression, beginning of the day thoughts. So that's how everything looks at the moment, and yeah, as you can see, everything applied really well, and I think that the foundation almost set instantly because of that velvety texture. It wasn't like too liquidy that I had to take time to dry it out and set, but it was immediately just set. And yeah, as I applied makeup, I applied my blush, nothing shifted, which is great. I think that's one thing that most drugstore foundations don't do very well. And as you can see, my face looks really flawless and almost like airbrushed and powdered, but the only area I actually powdered was my under eye, just because that concealer seemed a little dewy, and it's not really something that I want to not set, but that's how it looks. And my thoughts on it is that, let me just take a sniff of the foundation. This has a slight scent like all Bourjois foundations, and like all Bourjois foundations, it has their typical scent. It's kind of like a little fruity but not too pungent. It's something that fades away once you apply it. And yeah, as I look at the back, it actually says flawless complexion, refines pores, smooth fine lines, and I can see how it does that, but long term wise, I don't think it's very good for your skin. But as you can see, it looks so flawless, and I'm so blown away by this concealer, this foundation, compared to, you know, other pot concealers I've tried. As for the concealer, just picking it up, the Radiance one, I really like it. It's really lightweight and it's good for every day. Yesterday I just used like a BB compact which had very low coverage, and I used this and I felt confident enough to go out. And yeah, basically this is also equally lightweight, but you can pack a neutralized under eye bag while, you know, having a very light, not using that much product basically, but remember to set it. That's just my first impression thoughts. When I get back, I'll show you how it actually holds up, but oh my gosh, doesn't it look great? I just think it looks so good. So as you can see, everything pretty much stayed on, and it's about like 8 going 8:30. And yeah, it was a full day of work and it's looking really great. One thing to note is that I'm under like quite an intensive acne product sort of regime, so I have flaky bits, but that's not due to the foundation, I don't think, because most parts of my face actually is looking quite, you know, velvety with that oil seeping through, so it's kind of like satin, but these areas are flaking off just because of the acne products. But other than that, I still love the coverage. I love the way it wears, and I think the prime side did a lot better just because it's looking very flawless and exceptionally flawless compared to this side. And I think the prime side with the pore filling properties kind of made it look very seamless. So yeah, that's all I have to really say, and I think that this is one to really check out from Bourjois just because they do face base really well, and I think this latest launch is no exception. I'm going to be trying their City Radiance foundation in the tube, and that's supposed to be more dewy kind of foundation, so stay tuned for that, and don't forget to subscribe as well. But yeah, as for this, I really give it about, like, it's still going to be an 8 to 9 out of 10 for me upon first impression. So I'm just going to keep using it and update you guys on my blog whether I like it or not. And don't forget to stay tuned for that guide to Bourjois foundations type video on my channel. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. And with that, I'll see you guys. Bye!